So push. So clip in like this and slide until it clicks. Yeah.
Perfect.
The core fluid support base we can cut out towards the front. Elastic cable through here, like so, and pull that tight. And they can be installed on each corner, like so. Battery can now be installed in the trailer. Okay, place the host unit on top of the battery, like so. And then you can add your straps. Put your straps in. So it needs to go into the port which is closest to the front of the unit. Push that until you hear a click. And then same into the bottom, push until you hear a click. In order to turn on your system for the first time, press and hold the power button until you see it turn blue. The battery will then start up, and then the host unit will react to the battery starting up and switch itself on. We have two functions for AC and DC. DC here, AC here. For DC, simply switch on, and then your 50 amp Anderson output, which is down the bottom here, and your DC socket, so your cigarette socket and USB ports, will now be active. In order to turn the AC on, we need to press this on also here. And in addition, we need to switch the breaker on, which will allow the operation of the 15 amp socket as well as the 10 amp socket. It's important to note that for correct earthing that you use 10 amp plugs in the 10 amp socket, and it's okay to use this 10 amp socket with a power board, and 15 amp plugs in the 15 amp socket. The reason is you need the correct earth pin configuration for the safety switch to work properly, as demonstrated here. When plugging in the solar panel, use the 5-meter solar panel extension cable, which runs to the red connector, which plugs into the power station. So if you're using a single solar panel, plug it straight into the red adapter on the head unit. And after a moment of checking, you should see your input wattage start to climb. If you need to use 2 solar panels, we've supplied an adapter. In this case, all you need to do is insert the adapter into the host unit and then insert your solar panels into the plugs like so. And you'll see the same amount of input coming into the system. So 2 solar panels can give you up to 400 watts of input charging power. How good does that work? Okay, just running through the folding up of the trolley. So first step is to push the handle to its lowest position. Remove the core fluid base from the trolley. We then want to remove the clip which covers the top of the host unit by pushing on both sides and then releasing. And then finally pull up on the latch at the rear of the trolley and push the top forwards. So now the trolley is ready for storage.